Hello and welcome back to Alice Talks Football, and today's video is how are Manchester United going to line up this season with the new signings, and more exactly how are Manchester United going to line up with their next couple of games. Our next game is Newcastle, and since our last game we've signed 4 new players and Anthony Martial won't be able to play due to him getting a 3-match suspension for tapping poor Eric Lamela in the face, and Eric Lamela, hopefully he gets a bit more of a punishment. But actually, quickly, did you see the clip where Rashford is having a go at the ref for not sending Lamela off, but Maguire stands there like, oh, VAR's checked it, so obviously a yellow was fine for Lamela. Maguire, you're meant to be captain, but I'm not going to rant about Maguire in today's video, so I've got to hold that in. But with Martial unable to play, Cavani, yes, we've signed him, but it looks like he's going to have to go into a 2-week quarantine, so we can't play Cavani up top. And us adding 4 new signings, how are Manchester United going to line up versus Newcastle? How are we going to play? How are we going to line up in our next few games? Is Tellers going to start? Is Shaw going to start? Surely he's got to drop Maguire, Alice, you're thinking. Well, that's what I'm going to be covering in today's video. How exactly will Manchester United be lining up versus Newcastle? And I've got 4 concepts I'm going to show you. 3 are very similar, and 1 I've changed the formation to a 5 at the back because we have seen Ollie adapt to a 5 at the back formation. I'm going to explain each choice and why we could see one of these, and then I'm going to say which choice I believe Ollie will line up using versus Newcastle and why. So please hit that like button. If you don't like Ed Woodward, you've got to hit that like button. So I expect this video to get lots of likes. Subscribe down below if you're new to Alice Talks Football, because we are so close to 10,000 subscribers. So please, I want to hit it. And yeah, let's get into the video. So I'm going to start with my first concept, which is the 5 at the back. Now I believe he's going to start De Gea. Can't see him dropping De Gea because he hasn't actually done anything wrong, even though Dean Henderson's been amazing. Right wing back, I've gone with Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Now Aaron Wan-Bissaka was so good for us last season, and this season he's really dropped off. He doesn't look quite sharp, he's not quite in position, and playing at right wing back could confuse him even more. But I think, with Fosu Mensah and Aaron Wan-Bissaka is the better of the 2, and I think he's probably going to go with Aaron Wan-Bissaka. I think now we've got Alex Tellers, he's going to put Brandon Williams on the right, which I think Brandon Williams will be really effective at right back. So I do want to see Brandon Williams play at right back. So maybe Brandon Williams could go in if there's a problem with Aaron Wan-Bissaka, who knows. Now my 3 centre-back options are Lindelof, Maguire and Luke Shaw at left centre-back, because this is the 3 Ollie went with mostly when he played a 5 at the back. I don't know what you're thinking, he's playing Maguire. Now, I believe that Maguire should be dropped because Maguire's performance versus Spurs was worse than Lindelof's performance versus Crystal Palace. And I didn't think you could get much worse than Lindelof's performance versus Crystal Palace. But Maguire, especially as the captain, was awful, and I think he deserves to be dropped. But I just know Ollie won't drop him. I would drop Maguire. I would generally play Bailly and Lindelof together because I generally, right now, think they're our strongest pairing. Last season, towards the end of the season, I actually thought Lindelof was our better centre-back. I thought he was better than Maguire last season. But Maguire's an £80 million signing. I feel like we have to use him. He's our captain, we have to use him. But I'm not going to go in too much on Maguire in this video, although I literally have just been talking about him. But I would personally drop Maguire, but I don't think he's going to drop Maguire. And I'd have Luke Shaw at left centre-back, because when we did play 5 at the back, he'd often use Luke Shaw at left centre-back and Brandon Williams as that left wing-back. However, our new signing Alex Tellers is going to be playing at the left wing-back position, which I actually think would be really effective for him. Now, I hate 5 at the back formations. I hate it. I think we should play 4-3-3 attacking football. But when you've got an attacking fullback like Alex Tellers, he could be quite effective. Now, holding, I've gone with Matic. He does like to play McTominay, but I don't believe McTominay is a holding midfielder. I think if he's going to play a holding midfielder, third choice is Matic. My second choice holding midfielder would actually be Fred. I think Fred's been quite good lately, but I think he'll go with Matic as a safe option, with Pogba and Bruno ahead. Do believe that Van der Beek should start over Pogba because Pogba's been poor lately, but I'm thinking about what Ollie would do, and I think Ollie will go with Pogba and Maguire. Ollie won't drop Pogba and Maguire, let's be honest. Even though they should be dropped, Ollie won't drop them. With split strikers, because there's a 5 at the back of Rashford and Greenwood, if we that's probably what he'll do. He could maybe play James as a split striker, he sometimes does that as well, but I think if we play 5 at the back, that's what we'll do. Now the next formations are like 4-3-3 formations, and this is what I believe is more likely. I thought I'd get my 5 out the back alternative out just in case, because when we are playing badly, Ollie might want to play it safe and go defensive 5 at the back football, but hopefully he doesn't. Okay, so with no Martial and no Cavani, this is my first concept for how Man United could play. So we've got our normal back 4 of last season. However, I've put Alex Tellers ahead of Luke Shaw, but he could play it safe and go with Luke Shaw considering Alex Telles hasn't played in the Premier League yet, but I've gone with David De Gea, Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, Maguire and Telles as my back four, but Shaw could possibly go in. I've actually gone with Fred as holding because I think Fred offers more energy than Matic, but there is another formation I'm going to get into where Matic is holding. Pogba and Bruno. I'd like to see Van der Beek play, but I generally think he's going to go with Pogba and Bruno. Same as me like wanting to see Bailly and Lindelof, but he's not going to drop Maguire. Then a front three of Rashford, Ighalo, Greenwood. Now Ighalo I think is crap. Ighalo's poop, but he's our only striker, so is he going to go with this? However, there are so many alternatives because we've got so many different wingers and Rashford and Greenwood can play central that I think Ollie could change it up. So alternative one is basically the same formation, but you put Rashford at striker and on the left you play James or Lingard, because I think Lingard's actually been alright on the left lately. Daniel James, you know what? I think put Daniel James in the first team with the first team players and I think you could get a good game out of him. I generally do. And then Greenwood on the right. That is one of the ways I believe that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer could line up. The other being move Greenwood to centre, because I would really like to see Greenwood at centre forward, because Rashford is a winger, whereas Greenwood's strongest position is probably centre forward. And then you could put Mata on the right. However, Mata does slow us down, so maybe he'll go with Jesse on the right, or even Daniel James on the right. So you've got Rashford on the left, you know, you've got Greenwood up top, you've got Mata, Jesse or James that could all play on the right. I also changed his formation to make Matic holding. Just for the pure reason of, I don't know, I think he'll use Matic holding, but if he wants to get more energy into the squad, he'll use Fred. Obviously, Matic, McTominay and Fred all like alternate that holding position, but I believe Matic is probably our strongest holding midfielder, but Fred in high energy games you want to play, and I think McTominay is a box-to-box, and I don't like seeing McTominay at holding midfield. So they're my four ways that I believe Manchester United could line up. How do you think Manchester United are going to play versus Newcastle? Do you think Ollie's going to go for the five at the back? Do you think he's even going to go back to that 4-2-3-1 with two holding midfielders? He could even play a Matic, Fred and then Bruno ahead, but I just don't see him dropping Pogba and I don't see him dropping Maguire even though they've been poor. I think he'll probably play Telles over Luke Shaw, because Luke Shaw, I love Luke Shaw, but he was awful versus Spurs. He almost needs to be dropped, but so does Maguire. I think Rashford and Greenwood will definitely play, but is he going to move one of them to the centre position? If Cavani's fit and able to play, I think he will probably play Cavani. I don't think he wants to really play Ighalo because I think he's realised how crap Ighalo is. But if he moves Greenwood to that centre forward position, I guess you've got Jesse, Mata and Dan James that can cover on the wing. So in a sense we have good wing depth. We've also got that new player Pellestri, but I can't see him dropping it in straight away in the Premier League against Newcastle. So I've gone with like four ways I believe Manchester United will play. Now the way I think we will play is probably Matic holding, Telles, Lindelof, Maguire, Wan-Bissaka, David De Gea, Bruno Pogba, and I think he'll probably play Greenwood in the centre, Mata on the right and Rashford on the left. That's how I believe he'll play. But if Cavani is fit, I think it would be Cavani centre, Rashford on the left, Greenwood on the right. Now let me know your thoughts on my concepts in the comment section down below. And actually comment, how do you want to see Manchester United line up? Do you want to see a five at the back? Do you want to see our strongest lineup? Do you want to see Van der Beek play? Do you want to see almost Matic, Bruno and Van der Beek with Rashford and Greenwood? Do you, like, tell me how you want to play in the comment section down below. Basically, I've just mumbled on for like a minute. Hit that like button, subscribe down below, share this video. Thank you for watching and I'll see you next time.